All right, appraisers, this is Brandon with Choice Valuation. So I'm making this video just for appraisers in the broader Phoenix metro area using the ARMLS system, or I guess to just say all the appraisers in Arizona using the ARMLS MLS system. So there's an issue due to an update they did early this morning. They updated to a newer version of the Flex system, and in doing so, there's an issue with exporting in certain situations. So, and I know several of you have already experienced this today, including myself. So the issue with exporting right now, and they're aware of the issue and they're working on a fix right now for it. But what I'm going to do is just explain to you when this problem happens and how to get around it. So right now, if you go into your MLS and you do a polygon search. And by the way, this is only affected by polygon searches. So if you're not doing a polygon search, you're just using, a zip code or a city or a town or a subdivision or a builder or whatever, then you don't have to worry about this. It only has to do when you're using the map search function. So otherwise, everything works like normal and you're fine. But if you're using this polygon or any map search function, then this is where the problem happens. So when I hit export, let's say I just want to export these properties. This is my competing file or something. And the problem is if I go to choose my Spark export, and let's just say I'm going to name this, download this file. So here's that file. Then the problem is when I click to open it, you'll see that there is nothing in here. It's completely empty other than the names of the headers. So I have no information. And this is a known issue again. ARMLS is working on a fix for it. But if you need to get your competing and neighborhood file into Spark, this is a problem. So here's the workaround. The workaround is instead of just hitting export here, you go and click on list. So you're looking at the list of all the properties. And as long as you have 200 or less, you check the boxes for all of them. And you don't have to, by the way, check them all individually. You click this top left checkbox. It selects everything. And again, if you have 200 or less, this is going to work for you. So you select everything. And here's where you have to be careful. I already screwed this up and had to restart the video because I made myself look foolish in the video. But so you click this button right here. Export selected matches. If you don't choose this, it will not work. So you check all the boxes and you export selected matches. Now I'm going to click on custom text export. If you could hear that ring, by the way, I apologize. That was my phone. Then so again, choose export selected matches, choose custom text export in Spark, just like normal. And let's make sure this is going to work here. So we got the file. And now this one's working. You can tell because it's taking a while to download, so it's not empty. I'll open it just to show you. There we go. We got all the properties in there. So again, that's the solution. That's how you get it to work. But if you have more than 200, this poses a little bit of a problem. But there are a lot of appraisers throughout the country that have this limit of 200 built right into their MLS. Now, we don't normally have to worry about that, but in Spark, we kind of solved for that. So what you'd have to do, and it's a little tedious, but let's go back into our search. So let's say I needed this half mile as well, this square rectangular half mile, I should say, in my search. Now the problem is if I add that in there, I'm over 200. It's going to show me 322. So I'm over 200, so I can't do this and choose all of those files, which I'm about to show you here. If I try, it'll say I can't, I have to be less than 200. So the solution is I downloaded this file, which is less than 200. Now I just download this file, which is less than 200. So I'm going to have basically two files that equal the total amount that I need. And again, if you need 1,000, it's going to take you 5 files. But I do that. I got all the files, and I hit export. And let's go ahead and do that. Whoops. I think I screwed it up, didn't I? I forgot to go to list. So now I got to go to those 196 that I selected, because those are in the previous export. Make sure you unselect those, which I forgot to do. And now I'm going to go into my results. Hopefully that all made sense. I had accidentally left those 196 selected, which I couldn't have, so I just unselected them. Now I'm gonna select these 126, export those, and again make sure export selected matches is chosen. And Spark. Let's try this. All right, so now we got two files that equal everything we need. So now in Spark, if we want to do this, I will show you how to do it because you guys have probably never had to do this because in ARMLS, it's not an issue. I'm going to go to the 1004MC. I'm going to take this file, drag it up here, drop it on the plus sign. So there's my 196, but I need to add more. So all I do is I click, actually, I think I can do this. Take the second file, drag it up here, drop it on, and I add the 126. So now, altogether, I have the 126 and the 196 all combined. And I can verify by clicking on Modify Data, and I'm going to look with the magnifying glass, and I can verify how many properties are here. And yeah, we got 322, which is everything. Okay, so that's how it works. If you guys have any questions, feel free to call me. Really sorry about this issue. It's not something, obviously, that I can control. It's something with Flex, but hopefully they'll get this solved soon. In the meantime, just use the workaround I've shown you. All right, thanks, everybody.